Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Hello everybody สวัสดีครับทุกคน Okay.
Hi.
Good evening. So okay. So let me adjust the camera just a little bit. Okay. So okay. เธอมีแบบที่รองเสียงไหม Do you have? Can I have that? Okay. So I apologize. I will have just 3 minutes of.
Yeah,
ขอ
sure.
ที่รองหน่อยเอามาลองเพราะว่ามุมกล้องมันต่ำอ่ะนั่นก็ได้แดงๆอ่ะแดงเธอOkay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Yes. Okay, I think it's much better.
Yes.
Okay.
I can see you well.
Okay. Okay, may I ask you before we start doing the interview, can you hear me well? Does it have any echo?
No, I don't hear any echo. No, it's all fine.
Okay, great. Great, thank you.
Do you hear echo from
Okay,
me,
so
or is it fine?
It's fine. Yeah.
Okay,
I can hear
great.
you very well. Okay, so welcome everybody, welcome audience, and welcome Suzan Lips, Miss Grand Netherlands 2020. Welcome to the. I'm not sure what episode it is, but
I
welcome
thought it was
to.
5.
I think it's 5 or 6
Yeah,
because I didn't do
so.
maybe the previous one. I didn't do it, so I cannot count. Sorry.
It's
Okay,
fine.
so welcome everybody to Road to Miss Grand International 2020 COVID episode with our guest, Miss Grand Netherlands 2020, Suzan Lips. Yay! Okay, I would like to introduce myself first. I am Tevrit Upara, or my nickname is Dan. You can call me Dan, and I am going to be the host for the show for tonight. Thank you everybody for coming, and thank you Suzan Lips for coming to joining us tonight.
Yes, of course, it's an honor.
It's a great
actually.
honor for us.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. So, let's start with. Can you introduce yourself to the fan, where you're from, and your name?
Yes, of course. So I'm Susan Lips. I am 27 years old, and I'm from the Netherlands. And yay, I'm actually a pretty busy person in real life. So I'm a student. I am working 32 hours a week. I'm also pageant queen. So I would call myself very ambitious, spontaneous, and would always like to help everyone. So that's a little bit about me. I am studying to become a skin therapist. So with this, I can also help people, which is my main goal in life. So
Yes. So let's start with. This is probably the first question I would like to ask everybody. Who is your favorite winner of Miss Grand International 2013 to 2019?
I actually think it's Valentina, because I think if I look at all the winners, I really admire Valentina for staying herself all the time. So you can see a beauty queen, but you can also see her true personality shine through, which I really, really love about her actually. And I think she's very elegant and very good on stage as well. So I really admire her for that.
Yes. And let's get to know you more. So you said that you're studying in the university. What year are you in right now?
I'm in my second year right now. So this is actually my second bachelor degree I'm going for. So I have a bachelor in accounting already. Found out that that wasn't my thing. So I'm very good with numbers, but I didn't really enjoy it. So I decided to go back to school and to follow my dream. So I decided to go study skin therapy. So I'm now in my second year and I am really enjoying it so far. So I'm really happy I made the change. So yeah.
So, so what is like, I know you're working right now, 22 hours a week, if I'm not wrong, and also studying.
Yeah.
Also with, being the beauty queen representing your country. What is it like?
It's busy. It's hard working. I have to say it's hard working, but if you do what you love doing, it doesn't matter how hard it is actually. So I have to say it's hard work, but if you are scheduled, if you make sure that you are planning everything well, it's very good to do, and I'm enjoying every minute of it. So I sometimes feel like an octopus, but yeah, I do really enjoy it.
Mm, yeah, because, you know, doing multiple things at the same time also like, it is exhausting, but also it brings you to the limit and it pushes your
Yeah,
limit to the next level. So
exactly.
I admire how you do it all at the same time and staying positive,
Yeah,
staying,
it can be
well
hard, I'm
and
not gonna
also healthy.
lie. Sometimes I feel like, oh God. But of course, because I really know what it was like doing a job and a study that you really didn't enjoy and doing something that I really love doing now makes it all worth it. So if I am having a hard time, I just remind myself where I'm doing it for and how much I'm enjoying it. So yeah, that really makes it all go through for me.
Mm, yeah. So yeah, you're very ambitious and you are also loves doing things. So let me ask you, why do you decide to join the competition of Miss Grand International?
Well,
Why
I
do you decide to
started.
become a pageant queen? Yes,
Yeah, of
yes.
course. Yeah. Well, I started doing pageants in 2019, so I'm maybe quite late for a pageant queen to start. And for me, it was really a challenge because I felt at that moment I was quite stuck in my life. I wanted to come out of my comfort zone and to get more out of life, actually. So I thought, those beauty queens are always looking so sophisticated and they inspire so many girls as well. So I really felt like I want to be that person too. So then back in 2019, I didn't know obviously how far I would come. So I just signed myself up and I thought, let's go for it. And back then it was a provincial trajectory. So, and I actually won that one. So I was the queen of my province, which I'm still very proud of. And then I went for the national title and I became second runner-up of the Netherlands. So for me, doing my first pageant, I was so proud of myself to have come so far. But then I also felt like I want to do something else too. I still felt the urge to continue and to make sure to get the best out of myself. So I really felt like, okay, I want to do another pageant. I immediately knew I want to do another pageant. So obviously, I also went looking into the other pageants that we had in the Netherlands, and Miss Grand International of Miss Grand Netherlands was really one that spoke to me also because of the advocacy. I really admire that one, and I felt like this is it. So I thought, let's just sign up and again see how far I come. And yeah, here I am.
Yeah. Here you are wearing having the crown on your head and you are very beautiful.
Thank you so
You are
much.
gorgeous. Yes.
Thank you.
And yes, and talking about winning, what does it feel like to win the pageant in your hometown?
It felt amazing actually. So you're talking about the first pageant that I won, the provincial one, right? Or this one?
I'm
or
Yeah,
both?
this one. I want to know about the national
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, well, it felt amazing because I started in 2019, but my pageant like admiration didn't start in 2019. It started before. So I've been working towards this moment for 4 years, I would say. And to be able to make it, because I was told so many times that I couldn't do it, or there were other things like you're not able to do it, you're too busy, or you're maybe too short, or everyone always had something to say why I couldn't do it. So for me to push through and make it, that felt amazing. Felt like a full circle moment to me, actually. Yeah.
So yeah. So let me ask you something. What is Miss Grand for you?
Miss Grant for me is really an opportunity to um, make yourself shine the most. So also, if you see the events that they are hosting, I think it's also glamorous, and they're really focusing on the participants as well to make sure that they fully shine on stage. And I really, really love that about Miss Grant. And I also really love the fact that they are focusing so much on stopping the violence. I think it's a very accurate point in this moment of life as well. So I really like the fact that they are focusing so much on that, and we can actually help to make the world a better place in a way.
So yeah, so the host country for this year
Yeah.
competition will be Thailand, Phuket.
Yes.
So have you ever been to Thailand before?
No, actually, I haven't. It was always on top of my bucket list, actually.
Yeah.
But of course, it's quite far away from the Netherlands. So I have to fly for about 12 hours, I believe. So, but I've
Yes.
never been there. But it was always on top of my bucket list. So I'm very excited actually to go to Thailand and to see the beautiful landscapes that they have to offer. So really excited for that one, actually. Yes.
So since you know Thailand, so what do you think of when you think of Thailand?
What I'm thinking of, I'm also thinking about the nice culture that they have, and the people that are always so welcoming. At least that's what I always hear from other people, because I've never been to Thailand before, obviously. But I always feel, or I always hear that the people are so kind and welcoming, and I really like the fact that the culture is that way. Also about the fans. If I'm getting messages from people from Thailand, they are all so sweet and heartwarming, and they are really welcoming us already to that country, and I really, really like that. Yeah.
So so since you never been to Thailand, you never have a chance to try Thai food before, right?
No.
No. Do you know any of them?
Yeah, of course, we also have different kind of foods over here. So I have tried Thai food, obviously, and I kind of like spicy food as well. But to name like dishes for me at this point, that would be hard. But yeah, I do like spicy food. So I am actually really curious to try the real Thai food, because obviously over here it's not the same as in Thailand
Yeah.
itself. So I'm really excited to try the Thai food, because I always hear it's delicious. So.
Yeah, because the authentic Thai food must be in Thailand, just as you know.
Exactly.
So, do you have any tourist attraction that you want to visit in Thailand?
um, well, actually, I'm just trying to enjoy the moment. So we are also going to, correct me if I'm saying it wrong, please.
Yes.
Phuket.
Phuket.
Oh, Phuket. Okay, good.
Yes. You
And
pronounce it right, yeah.
yeah, okay, good. And I have seen the pictures and the beaches. I think it will be wonderful. So I'm really looking forward to that. So, and I would love to see temples as well. I am not sure, because they didn't give us the full agenda yet. So what we are going to do. So I'm really excited to learn more about the culture and the lovely scenery that Thailand has to offer.
Yeah, so in Thailand is known for the temple, known for the unique architecture and also scenario of the sea, the beach, and the mountain.
Yeah,
Also the
exactly.
cultural of food and stuff. So
Yeah, because
you have
everything
everything
in the
tasted.
Netherlands here is flat.
Yes.
So,
Oh,
so to see some different scenery would be very nice.
so so in Netherlands, what is the? So let me ask you something.
Yeah, sure.
What is the essence of Netherlands?
The essence.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I think the essence of the Netherlands really is the people that they are so how to say it, honest. They're really down to earth as well. So we really speak our minds. I think that really is the essence of the Netherlands. So I sometimes hear that Dutch people can be very in your face because we are very honest and with working as well. But I actually really like the fact that what you see is what you get, and that you really know that someone is speaking the truth.
Mm. So talking about Netherlands, how is the situation of COVID-19 in Netherlands right now?
Well, actually, it's not very great at this point. They just introduced that we cannot go out in the evening. So at 9 o'clock, they close the roads and everything. So we have to stay at home. They just introduced it yesterday. So yeah, it's still not going very great. They did start it with the first vaccine, so I'm very happy for that. But I am hoping the situation will improve in the future because now everything is closed, and I would love to see the economy go back up again, of course, when it's safe. But yeah, so it's still going on and off. But I think that's for the rest of the world as well. Well, at least I heard in Thailand it's actually quite good. So with COVID, so maybe I can
Yeah.
learn something from how they do it in Thailand and bring it back to the Netherlands.
Well, I mean, it's simple because in Thailand, everybody tries to be aware of what's happening right now, and it's simple. Just wear a mask and wash your hands, stay sanitized, and do not get anybody crowded.
Yeah, well, they do the same, but I really feel that the people here in the Netherlands, they don't want to listen anymore. So the government says that you cannot go out, and the people are like, I'm going out anyway. So that's a bit of a shame because I really think that if everyone listens to the requirements, the restrictions, I must say, that it will go down so much quicker. So I just feel like everyone lost hope a bit. So I think that's the most important thing, to stay positive and to focus on the things that we can still do, actually, instead of things that we can't do. Positivity is always key in everything, I really feel.
Yes, I totally agree with you. So, and right now it comes to the topic of COVID-19. Among the pandemic, how do you cope with the pandemic and how do you protect yourself from it? And what advice would you give to other people?
Well, like I just said as well, I would really advise people to listen well to the restrictions, because the government isn't just making these up. They are doing this for a reason. And I would like to say to everyone to stay positive and to focus on the things that they can still do. So a lot of things aren't canceled still. I mean, we cannot maybe go to the shops, but love of family is still not canceled, and we can still visit friends, like minor groups obviously, but we can still do things that we also love doing. I think we just have to focus on all the things we still have instead of all the limitations. I think that is key in this thing.
And how is your new normal lifestyle right now?
My new normal lifestyle is actually, I'm still going to the office because I'm only I'm actually working on my own there. Sometimes my boss comes in and out, but that is not an issue. But for school, I cannot go to school. So I'm doing homeschooling in the evening and behind my desk from home. And obviously, I cannot go as many to friends as I wish, so we are trying to do Zoom meetings instead of real life meetings. And I live together with my boyfriend, so we are trying to make it nice ourselves as well, to play some family games and sometimes visit our parents and play games with them as well, to stay connected and stay positive.
So enough. So I think we are enough for the topic about COVID-19 right now. So let me ask you more about the worldwide issue right now. Okay.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Oh, yes. I think so.
Yeah, I don't have much of a question, so I think maybe just some random topics.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So the first question I would like to ask is what do you think of the saying of what do you think of the saying human equality does not exist?
That's a good question, actually.
Yes.
I think equality does exist, actually. I think it just depends on how everyone is looking at it. I mean, I wish that everyone would treat each other the same, because I think everyone is born equal. And maybe people are choosing different paths than the status quo. But I wish that everyone would really see it actually as just normal and equal, and treat everyone as equals as well. So I do think it exists, but I do think also that it needs some improvement as well in the way of thinking and seeing life.
That's a very good answer.
Thank you.
Now we're moving on to the next topic. So between conflict and violence, what needs to be fixed first?
I think the conflict, because the conflict is causing the violence most of the time. So I really think if people solve conflicts and look at acceptance and truly accept each other as well, there would be no more violence. So I think if the conflicts are fixed, if we really, really listen to each other instead of just fighting each other, I think the violence would be less as well.
Yeah, and yeah, I totally agree, because at the end of the day, conflict is the start of the violence. So
Yeah,
we
exactly.
the kindness is needed, and also a lot of things that we could do to solve this before it becomes the big problem and cause violence, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah. So, and I heard that in Netherlands they are very positive for LGBTQ people, right?
Yeah, definitely. We are also very multicultural life we have here. Actually, we have many cultures here. We have many different beliefs, and I really feel that it all goes well along. So I really admire that about the Netherlands, that we have such an open mind. I do feel sometimes it's getting less, but I do really think that if I still compare it to other countries, I think I can still be very proud of our country with that. Yes.
Yes. So talking about LGBTQ people, if you are involved in a situation when LGBTQ people got assaulted or bullied, what would you do to solve the problem, and what would you do to help them?
I would always try to help anyone actually that is in trouble, because that's also a bit who I am. Helping people is my main focus in life, actually. So what I would try to do in this situation is to take them apart and to see what's really happening, and try to speak to both parties and see what we can do to solve the problem. I think it's all about respect towards each other, and I think it's important for the people that are bullying. I think it's important to realize what it is doing to the other person, and that not everyone is the same, actually. So I think if everyone is just trying to listen to each other, I think that is the main thing I would try to say. Stop it and try to listen what you are trying to listen to each other. I think that's very important.
Yeah, that's a very good answer. So talking about the conflict and also the assaulting, what are three things that would make the world a better place for you?
Well, coming back to acceptance again, I really feel that acceptance of everyone is key. Spreading a little bit more love, acceptance, not looking so much at status quo things. Like to share a personal story about me, I actually have a brother who was born female, so meaning that he's transgender, and I actually really feel that acceptance in this is key, and I really admire his transformation in life, and also the fact that I saw that he was really accepted for who he truly was. But I sadly enough also see that this isn't the case for everyone, and this is also my main goal by participating in Miss Grand International. I really want to create more acceptance for the LGBTQ plus community, because I feel this is sometimes a group that's being left out when it comes down to love and respect. So to create a better world, I think it's all about love and acceptance and listening towards each other. So I think that's the most important thing actually that I would try to see in the world, that everyone is just more kind and loving towards each other, and not like coming with opinions like for the first time. Just really listen to someone and accept each other for the way they are. I think that's the most important thing actually.
Yeah.
That's only
So for
one
three
thing.
things, yeah, just
There's
you have
only
more?
one thing. Let me think about the other two.
Okay. Take your time, sis.
So also, I think for the other two, I would say also with the COVID-19 situation, I think everyone would try to stay positive. So acceptance, positivity, I think that those two things are key in life. And I sometimes feel that people are being too negative, and they are also on social media. I think on social media, everyone is so quick with coming with opinions and saying what they are thinking without actually thinking before they speak, because it's so easy to say what you think online, but it's actually hurting the other people. So I think it's very important also with looking at social media. I think people should think before they start talking, because it's actually hurting someone. So I would like to see social media, because it all started as a social media, and I think it got to the point where it actually isn't that social anymore. So I would love to see that people would think before they speak their minds, because it can be really toxic. I mean, everyone is photoshopping their pictures to perfection, but what is perfection? So that is something that I would like to speak more up about, because I think it's causing a lot of health issues for young girls as well. Because they are looking at other queens. Maybe they are even looking at me and think, I want to be like her. But obviously, I'm also wearing makeup right now. I'm also not perfect. And that is something I would like to address more. I think it's very important that social media should be less toxic. Yeah. That also. Did I get 3 things now? I think I did.
For two right now, I catch acceptance and positivity. What's the last thing?
Last thing for me, that's a good one. Let me think about it. So positivity, less toxicity. You know what I'm talking about. Less toxic environment in social media. And what I also think is everyone should just accept the way they are personally. I think everyone should have a little bit more of self-love and it's coming a little bit back to what I just said. So stop comparing yourself with other people. Just look at what you want to achieve in life and make sure that you're not focusing on what other people are saying that they want you to achieve. So if I'm looking at myself, when I was doing accounting, I was successful in a way, actually, because I had a good job. I had a good job, but I was very unhappy. And I would like to see that people would, pursue their dreams. So looking at what other people said to me at that point, they said, I shouldn't change my job. I shouldn't pursue my dreams because I was already doing great and I had a good job. So why should I change anything? And so I think that's a very good thing to address as well. I think everyone should try to focus a little bit more on their inner voice. What is your inner voice saying? What's your heart saying that you should do, instead of just constantly listening to what other people are trying to say to you?
Yeah, so to sum up your answer, I have 3 things that you're saying: acceptance, positivity, and love, self-love, right? Yeah, I totally agree, because the world nowadays is a difficult place for us to even breathe and be ourselves. Yes. So these 3 things would make the world to be like, free for everybody, and also a better place for our next generation of children,
Yeah, I definitely believe so, because also at looking at now that I'm having this title of Miss Grand Netherlands, there is a big burden on your shoulders that you have to fulfill. And if you're just making a small mishap, the world is coming at you. And I think, of course, it's part of the process and it's part of you being a queen, but I would also love to see that the world will be a little bit more kind to each other. Yeah.
Yeah, totally agree. So talking about the virtue, another question. If you have a chance to speak in front of every single leader in the world, what would you say?
What I would say to them, I think I would talk about equality for all, because I still feel that, also coming back to the LGBTQ plus community, I think there's still a lot of inequality over there. There's still not everywhere in the world that same gender love is accepted, or same sex marriage is accepted. And I would really like to speak up about that, because over here in the Netherlands, it's accepted. And like I also told you, my brother is transgender, and it would hurt me so much if he would go to another place in the world where he couldn't be who he truly is. And I would really like to say to those people, like, really, like, treat everyone as equal and give them the same rights, give them the same opportunities as anyone else. So that's really something I would like to speak up about.
Yeah, so you really stand for the equality and also like the acceptance, yeah. And talking about the acceptance for more, I think, what do you think of the saying, beauty with no brain?
I think it's not true. I think beauty and brains can definitely go along. I think beauty queens are also very underestimated sometimes with their brain capacity, to say it like that. When I first started doing pageants, people said to me, but you are too smart to be a beauty pageant queen. I was like, what? No. No. So that is something that I would really like to address. I really think that a lot of beauty queens are so smart and they really can make a change in this world. And so I think it can go along with each other. Beauty and brains definitely together. Yes.
Yes, I mean, you already proved them wrong. I mean, you have beauty.
Yes.
With brain, your answer is all on point. So yeah, I think it's very nonsense for us for anyone to say that, you know, you're
It's
beautiful the way
weird,
you
right?
are.
Why would anyone
It's
say
weird.
that?
It's very weird. And talking about beauty, okay, I wanna ask you about this question. If you win the title and you get bullied or criticized that your appearance doesn't deserve the title, what would you do to handle this situation? What would you say to them? Or what would you do?
What I would do, well, what I've also learned is um, to sometimes ignore the negativity. So I would rather to like address them. I would rather like to focus on the positive things instead, because I really think if you address them, address the negativity, they only get fueled up. They only feel like they can say more to bully you. So I think if you ignore the bullying, because unless it's something real, like something you have to address, something you said wrong, obviously then you have to address it. But if it's just someone that doesn't like your appearance, then that is their opinion and there's nothing I can do to change their mind. So I would rather like to not focus on the negativity and to just stay true to myself and to know for myself that I deserved it, and to not fuel them up with more to spread, actually. Yeah.
Yes, just totally agree with you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, and also I want to ask you about this question. This has been a pretty much a controversy in Thailand right now, and I believe that around the world they also have this controversy. So Thailand has just legalized abortion
Mm-hmm.
right now. I believe it in yesterday. So what do you think of the legalization of abortion? Do you think women can do you think women has the right to have the right? No, no, I'm not saying the right,
Yeah,
but
well, actually,
do
here
you
in the
think it's
Netherlands,
okay for women to do the abortion?
yeah, in my opinion, yes. I actually don't know better than here in the Netherlands that it's legalized. It's already legalized for so many years, and I really feel that um, if something happens to you and you are, I mean, you are the boss of your own body, I would say. And if you feel that you are not ready for it or you cannot provide the life for the baby that it deserves, then I really truly feel that the woman has the right to make her own decision in this. And obviously also because some women are being raped, and if you're not able to take an abortion after being raped, I think that is cruel, because then you are facing it your whole life. I think just you're the boss of your own body, and I think as a woman you can feel what is right. And of course it feels wrong to take a human life, and I would personally, I would never do it. But I think every woman can decide for herself if it is the right thing to do. So I actually think it's a good thing that it's legalized.
Okay, okay. So I mean, I cannot say for every single woman out there because I'm not a woman. Obviously, I'm a man, but I mean, I totally agree with you because in the end of the day, it's women's body and also it's a woman's choice.
Yeah.
So I think that
It really depends
eventually
on the
it will be their
situation as
choices.
well, of course. It really depends on the situation. And I think in some situation it's really good that it's legalized, because like I told, when there is a rape or something like that, it doesn't feel human that a woman doesn't have the chance to take it and decide for herself what's best for her.
Okay. Okay, so I also have another question. If you have a chance to meet, let's say, historical figure in the past, who would you want to meet and what do you want to talk about with them?
That's a good question. Let me think. I don't know actually. um, I think, to be honest, I kind of like the world as it is now. I think if I'm going back to the past, so many things has changed already, and to address that to them, it doesn't make any sense anymore because it's already changed. So I would rather focus on people that are like still alive, to say like that, because there I feel I can truly change something still. So I would more likely address someone that is like currently living at this point, and I feel that's something that I don't agree with. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Because what happens already is good, you know. Things happen for a reason, right?
Yeah, exactly. Of course, things
Yeah,
happened
I
in the
mean,
past
yeah,
that are not correct, obviously, but those things are changed already for a reason, and that's a good thing. And so there's, for me, no reason to go back to it because it's already addressed and it's already changed, like slavery and stuff like that. It's changed, so I feel that is a good change, obviously. But to go back, it doesn't, yeah, I don't think it adds something.
yes. Okay, so here's another question. How do you think Miss Grand International would empower women in the 21st century?
I think by actually letting them be who they truly are. Because if I look at the queens who have won, they are not just a beautiful queen, they are a queen with a message, and they really speak their mind, and they really, I think they can really inspire others by just being who they truly are and letting their inner beauty shine through. And I think that is really important also. So I think that's the reason how they can empower other women by, yeah, I think so.
Okay. And okay, so I have a question from fans right now.
Oh, yeah. I
Uh,
saw something pop up as well. I was distracted.
yeah, with your souls. One question for Miss Grand Netherlands. Are you ready for Miss Grand International 2020? If you win the title, how would you spread the war of violence in the world?
Well, I would like to focus on acceptance and spreading more love and equality, and spreading stories of people that are different than the status quo, because I think it's all based on acceptance. And like we just spoke about, what is more important than treating, like, is it violence or the conflicts? And I think if we focus on taking down those conflicts, like for instance, inequality of the LGBTQ plus community, I think that's how we can stop the war and violence. I think if we are treating the source, and by spreading stories, spreading acceptance, spreading that it's okay to be different, and spreading the message that it's not okay to use violence of any sort, I think then we can really focus and treat the source. I think it's important to focus on the source.
Mm, yeah, yeah. So for the next question, I mean, for my opinion, I think you're ready for the competition because you know
Thank you.
you're beautiful and I seen some of your performance in photo shoot and for the walk and I think you're very in it.
Yes, thank you. I'm feeling ready also. I'm so excited to go, and I'm really excited. It's already in March actually, and I'm just ready. I'm ready to go.
Yes. Okay, so here's another question, maybe from yeah, it's some kind of nation, country related question. Okay, so what is the greatest contribution of your country to the entire world?
That is also a very good question. I think if I'm looking at the Netherlands, I think, oh, I'm sorry, I just hit down my camera. But I think the greatest contribution of the Netherlands is how we treat everyone as equals. I think just looking at Same-sex marriage is legalized here. Abortion is legalized. And I think that is something that we can really give a positive message towards the rest of the world, that it's okay to have different cultures in your country, and that you can live along with it and you can accept each other for who you truly are. And I think that is something the Netherlands is really showing the rest of the world, that it's going hand in hand really well also.
Because so I mean, Netherlands is a country that I look up to when I saw like the news on the Facebook feed that like the legalization of LGBTQ people marriage, and also I mean there's a lot of equality. You also have multiculturalism. So I think it's very wonderful how your country being the role model for the world of like what it's like to have the equality.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I actually really like that about the Netherlands, that it's really showing the rest of the world that it's going well like that. And I think the rest of the world can actually learn something from that.
Okay, so here's another question.
Yes.
What is the essence of being a woman?
The essence of being a woman. That's so good. You have very good questions, actually. Yay. Well, the essence of being a woman, I think, is to show true power and also feminine. Oh gosh, that's a difficult word. Femininity. Why am I saying?
Femininity.
Yes. Sorry. I think women can really, I think they are really soft, and I think they can show the world how to be a little bit nicer towards each other, and yeah, to be true powerhouses as well. I think that's the true essence about any woman, that they can show who they truly are and to be powerful, and that they can achieve whatever they want to achieve if they just put their mind to it. I think women are capable of a lot more than people think. Yes.
Yes, I totally agree with you, because women are powerful. Women.
Yes. And I think
I
we
look
are
up to
underestimated a lot of the times. I think women are underestimated so many times, and that's a shame, because we are capable of so many things. And I wish that, yeah, people would really truly see the capability of any women.
Yeah, so here's another question. What would you say to those who are saying beauty queen competition is ridiculous?
I would say I don't agree. Well, I think if I look at beauty pageants in general and what it meant to me, what it did for my how do you say it? I have improved so much as a person. My personality really shined through towards when I started doing beauty pageant, and I gained so much more confidence. So I think beauty pageants are there to empower women, actually. And I think you give a platform to women, and they can really shine and show what they are capable of, and to gain confidence. I think joining beauty pageants has transformed me to such a different level, and I'm so grateful for that, actually. So I definitely don't think it's ridiculous. I think it's a great platform for powerful women to show who they truly are.
That's a great answer. I have to say this. I mean, so in the end of the day, people have opinions, and maybe their opinions may offend us, but in the end of the day, we cannot change. We have nothing to we have nothing to prove, because we do our things,
Yeah, exactly. And obviously, also around me, not everyone might agree or doesn't understand why I'm doing this, but I have to say I love doing beauty pageants, and I love how it made my true personality come shine through, and how I gained confidence. And I would really yeah, would like to say that to everyone. And I am doing that to everyone who doesn't understand why I'm doing this. I'm just trying to become the best version of myself. And I truly believe that I did. And I think if you are the best version of yourself, you can also show that to other people, and you can inspire other people to become the best version of themselves as well. So that's why I just love beauty pageants in general.
So the competition really bring the best up
Yeah.
you. And yeah, and I mean, we love the things about beauty pageant, because in the end of the day, it's not just about beauty. It's about the brand. It's about the attitude. It's about, the confidence, because
It's about
that's
the
also
complete
inspired,
package.
women around the world. So here's another question. What is the one lesson that you have learned as a child that still affects your life today?
So what if sorry, can you repeat the question? There was an error in my video.
Okay, sorry. What was the one lesson that you have learned as a child that still affects you today?
As a child, I think the lesson that I've learned is to enjoy life. Because I think when you are a kid, you are not troubled by so many things. You are just living, you are just enjoying life. And I have lost that when I became a teenager. I was focusing so much about, achieving everything in life. I was so busy with school, and I was so busy with trying to please everyone, that I forgot myself, that I forgot to live and to enjoy the moment. So if I really look at what I've learned as a child, I think I've learned to enjoy life, really, to just be in the moment and enjoy it as the way it is. Yeah.
Yeah, very simple and very touching. I mean,
Thank you.
it's really thought provoking, because it's just have me thinking, like, what have I been doing with my life until now?
Yeah, I think because if you are a child, you just live, and you don't focus you don't have any problems yet, because that's not where you are at your life. And I think if you are going through changes in life, you kind of lose that. And that's such a shame, actually. I think we can learn a lot from kids, actually, by just, most of the times they just speak their minds, and they just enjoy the moment. And sometimes I would love to go back to me as a child and to see how I was just enjoying life at that time. Yes.
Yes, 1,000 times, yes. Okay, so here's the other question. What is the most precious gift you have given to someone?
The most precious gift that I've given to someone. Ooh, that's also a good question. I think it doesn't have to be like a gift that you can touch. I think the most precious gift maybe that I have given to someone is love. Just love. I think that's the most precious gift that you can give to someone, actually. And I really try to always help everyone. I think that's also what people know me for. And sometimes I try to help people when I actually don't have time for this. And I think that's the most precious gift that I can give to someone, my true love. Yes.
Okay, so I think I have a question from fans. So here's another question from the fans. Sunny Mahmood, okay. What can you tell us about the Netherlands, and what's your view about COVID-19 pandemic?
Well, looking at the Netherlands now with COVID-19, actually, we talked about this, right? It's not going that great so far. But if I look at the COVID-19 pandemic, I think obviously it's awful. I mean, many people are hurt and sick, and that is frightening. Actually, I think it's frightening where sometimes where the world can go to so quickly. Because if I'm looking back at January 2020. I wasn't expecting this at all. I think no one really was. Maybe people in China back then did, but at that point here in the Netherlands, I didn't think it would come that far. And then in March, all of a sudden, everything was closed and everything. We actually saw people die because of this pandemic, and that frightens me. And I think that's why it's also so important to actually listen to the government, to listen to the restrictions, and to not take life for granted, because so many people are not taking it seriously. And I wish that people would do that more, because even if you might get infected and it will not infect you, you might get your grandma sick and she might not survive. So I think it's very important to actually listen to the restrictions and to focus also, like we said, on the positivity, to continue and to make sure that we get out of this together and stronger. Because sometimes I really feel that the world is getting so divided because of the COVID-19 pandemic, because you have a lot of people that are non-believers, they believe it's not true, and you have a lot of people that actually believe, and they want to listen to the restrictions, and it's causing a lot of diversion. And I think it's sometimes, I think it's important to come together and to get out of this together stronger, because that's the only way how you can get out of this, if we all listen to each other and do this together.
Yes, I totally agree. I mean, I believe we have talked about this in the very beginning of the interview about the COVID-19 things, and I believe that right now we really need to unite more than ever to win this. And
definitely, we are definitely not affected anymore. Sometimes,
yes, the virus will not go away very soon, but right now we have the cure. Maybe it may not be like the cure that would end the virus, but maybe for us to overcome the fear of touching others or
exactly. I also feel like sometimes I really feel the urge to actually hug someone, because sometimes you see someone is in pain and you cannot do anything, you cannot hug the person, and that is sometimes is hurtful. I think if you see someone is in pain, I was at a funeral 2 weeks ago, and you see a lot of people in pain and you cannot just hug someone. And I would really love to just hug someone again, actually. Yeah,
I think it's very sad right now that we cannot even hug a stranger, or even like giving them a smile, because it's
not
the
even a
essence of
smile,
being
because you're
human.
wearing a face mask. I mean,
Yes,
sometimes I'm not realizing, I like, oh, I'm smiling, I'm thinking, oh wait, the person cannot see that I'm smiling. So yeah, that is sometimes I feel really sad, because I think a smile just to a stranger can change so much already.
Yes.
I know for me it does.
Yes.
If someone smiles to me, it's just like, oh, that's nice.
Yes. So thank you for the fans. I believe is say hello to Suzan. Is Sunny here? Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Sunny.
Hello.
Okay, so here's another question. Right now, many women were abused and assaulted by their husbands. One day, they killed their husbands to protect themselves, and many women were sent to jail for that. What is your opinion on this, and why?
Of course, I would like to say that it's never correct to use violence and to actually kill someone, but I do kind of understand where they are coming from. I mean, I think they just came to a point that they just don't know anymore what to do. They just don't know how to get out of this vicious circle. And what I would like to say is, I would just try to see that, I would like to see that there is more attention to domestic violence, to make sure that it doesn't come so far that the women feels like their only way to get out of this is to kill their husband or whatsoever. And yeah, it's a very ethical question. Obviously, I don't think I can give a right answer to this, because I understand where they are coming from, but I don't think it's the right answer to end this, obviously. So I would just like to see that there is more time and more attention to make sure to not let it go so far, to make sure that the women don't feel that that's the only way to end this. I think there should be more options available for those women to make sure that they don't have to do this and to be sent to jail.
Yeah, because I mean it's very hard. It's a topic that people have opinion on it, and in the end of the day, we don't know because we are not the one in the situation. They understand best what suits them and what's best for them. But I would like to say this for those women those women who are watching out there: ask for help, get help, and do not be afraid to admit that you need help. Okay?
Exactly. I think that is the first thing, because I think so many women are kind of ashamed and they don't want to address it, actually. And I think that is the start. I think they should try to address it. They should talk to people about it. And I just hope that there's more attention coming, or like safe houses for those women to go to, so that they can break out of these situations, actually. Yeah. And not use violence to end it. That I think is key, because I don't think violence is ever the answer to anything. I think we can solve a lot of problems without using violence. I wish that would be more the answer to things. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so I think I have maybe like a couple more of questions for you. Okay, because yes, what has been the most important accomplishment in your life and why?
I think the most important accomplishment from me actually was going back to college. Because at that point, it was a really hard decision, because I was already 26, and I was stuck in my life. I wasn't happy. I just knew that accounting wasn't my future, but I was also afraid to start something new, because yeah, it's hard to give up everything you have studied for and to give up everything that you have done so far and to go into the deep and try something new. And the fact that I got the chance to pursue my dreams and I just did it, feels for me like such an important accomplishment in my life, that I want to inspire others with, to always pursue your dreams and to listen to your heart, because I think it's so important to listen to your heart. I think it's underestimated most of the times. So that was really, really a really important accomplishment in my life. And also, obviously, winning this title, obviously, also winning my first title as a provincial one, because that was where it all started. And that's where the start of something new started for me as well. And I think joining the pageant gave me the confidence to actually start with my new education. I really think that if I wouldn't do the pageant, I would maybe still do accounting. I would maybe still didn't find the courage to actually do what I love doing.
I think you are a very great example for everybody out there who insecure about what they want to do, who insecure about their inspiration. Because in the end of the day, it's hard to I totally agree with you. It's hard to believe in ourselves in terms of, things may not go in our ways, but if you are able to start it, you can do anything, right?
Yes, exactly. I really feel that, and I think it might sound cliche, but it's definitely the truth. I think if you really want something, go for it. Just do it. What's holding you back? I know it can be scary. It was really scary for me because, of course, I gave up a good job. I gave up stable life to go into the deep end, but to try something that would make me happier. And I think that's most important in life. I always kind of say like my aspiration in life is to be happy, and I really feel that that is my fuel of life. Like, try to be the happiest version of yourself, and that's why I also decided to go for it, to just not give up that dream and just change my life, because I wasn't happy at all at that point, and I felt I needed to change something in my life. So I'm really happy that I did, actually. Yeah.
You set a very great example for those who are watching out there, that if you want it, go for it. Don't be afraid of the start.
Really, because also with the pageant, with title, I mean, a lot of people said to me that I couldn't do it, that I wasn't good enough. And I said, I'm gonna do this. Watch me. And then, yeah. So I really think if you, yeah, I think if you just set your dreams and don't give up, I think you can achieve anything you want.
Yes, I totally agree with you. So I have a couple more questions for you before we end the interview. Yes. What quality do you think it would take to win the crown?
I think being your true self. I really think, of course, hardworking, being ambitious, being able to work with the pageant, but that is what everyone does. I think that is quality that every girl has already, that is coming to the pageant. So I think if you are able to be your true self within those pageants, within the pageant world, I think you can be a true leader, and I think you can be a true queen. If you can just try to be the best version of yourself and to be the example and that you want to be, I think that is the best thing that you can be as a pageant title holder, just to be yourself, because I don't think you will last long if you are trying to make up this perfect image of yourself. I think in the end everyone will look through that. So if you are just focusing on who you are from the inside and shine that through, I think that is what it takes to be a true title holder.
Yes, okay. So here's the last question.
Yes.
We Miss Grand family and the fans really want to know this. Are you ready for Miss Grand International 2020?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Yes, I am so excited, actually, because of course this is what I've been working towards for all this time. When I started doing pageants, this is what I wanted. I wanted to show myself on an international platform, and to be able to do this is such a dream come true to me. And I'm really looking forward to go to Thailand and to try the delicious Thai food, at least I hope so. And to meet all these lovely people, because I think it's going to be a great adventure, and I'm really looking forward to it. Yes.
So here's a bonus question. Do you have any hidden talent?
Ooh. Well, I cannot sing, that's for sure.
Oh.
But maybe like a hidden talent would be salsa dancing. I did salsa dancing for 2 years, actually. I did dancing when I was younger, and I had salsa classes like a year ago, and I really enjoyed that. So yeah, maybe salsa dancing, yes.
Yeah. And thank you for tonight.
Though. I'm not a professional, just say that.
Yeah, but I mean, in the end of the day, I really look forward to see you dancing in Thailand, in the host country for Miss Grand International 2020. And for tonight, I would like to thank Suzan Lips for joining us tonight. It's really, really good. It's been such an honor to talk with you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, and to hear your opinion, to hear your point of view, and to see your attitude on every single things in the world. And I would like to thank in the name of the admins of the Miss Grand family, and in the name of host country, we really look forward to seeing you here. And I have to admit that this year we have a lot of tough competitors, and do your best, and we look forward to seeing you in the top place in the competition. And thank you, fans, for watching us, for staying with us the whole interview. And until next time on Road to sorry, until next time on Road to Miss Grand International 2020 COVID episode with Miss Grand Netherlands, Suzan Lips. Thank you for watching, and thank you for staying with us. It's been such a nice talk with you. And I would never want this to end at all, because I love you speaking. I would love to hear you more. I would love to hear more of you.
Oh, thank you so much. I obviously would like to speak more also. But thank you so much for having me. It was really lovely questions also. Really made me think like really well a couple of times. So thank you so much for those good questions. And yeah, maybe till next time.
Yes. So to wrap this up, I would like you to say anything to your Netherlands fans and around the world in Dutch.
In Dutch? Okay, well, do I have to translate it afterwards as well?
Yes.
Oké. Nou, bedankt allemaal voor het kijken. Ik hoop dat jullie het leuk vonden en wie weet tot ziens. So I said thank you all for watching. I hope you liked it and hope to see you next time.
Yes, and thank you so much for tonight. We are ending this now, and have a nice day. What time is it there in Netherlands?
Oh, it's now 15:15 actually. It's 3:15. It's
very nice.
Now because it's rainy today.
Yeah. Okay, until next time, and thank you so much again, and have a good day.
Yeah, same to you.
Have a good day.
I think it's night, right? Or evening.
It's 9 p.m. here.
Oh yeah, well then have a great night.
I'm planning to go to the bar actually.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can.
Don't be jealous.
You can go to the bar.
The bar is open. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that is nice. I wish they were here, but they are not. I can go to.
Yeah, you can make your own bar in your house. Make some good music and some good drink. In the end of the day, you can enjoy the night.
Yes, that's what I do.
Okay, thank you again, everybody. Yeah. Thank you, Suzan. Listen, thank you, audiences. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. And also, if there's any mistakes, I would like to apologize here. And thank you so much for holding up with us.
Yeah.
Okay, so good night and have a good day.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.